Good day, everybody. Welcome back to another Straight Shave with Barber Dave. Couple things. I want to apologize for yesterday's video. The production crew that was on loan from Dave was a tad odd, but we've got our production crew back. The lighting's back. The teleprompter's in place, so we're in great shape today to have one of our normal straight shaves. Kind of interesting thought while the production crew was waiting for the limo to pick them up, because I had to get them back as soon as possible. So I rented a Gulfstream 4 and or chartered a Gulfstream 4 and finally was able to get it to San Francisco. And while they were waiting for the limo to pick them up, the only odd thing, they said they had a wonderful time. They said that Nurse Dave was a gracious host, fed them a nice lunch and everything else. But during the lunch, he would stand up immediately, walk to the door, grumble something about FedEx, slam the door and come back. And then a few minutes later, he'd hear a truck, he'd run out to the porch and to the front stoop and look out, and it wasn't FedEx, so he'd come back. So obviously Dave's having some issues with FedEx, as kind of we all do. So let's get started for today. This video is actually for novice wet shaver at theshavingcadre.com, because he was having some issues with Saponificio Veracino, and that's what this shave is going to be today, is 100% Saponificio Veracino, and we're going to go into lathering and everything. So for what we're going to be using today, however, we're going to be using Cubebe. This is their 4.3 from 2019 with the matching aftershave and the matching EDP. Now, as far as the lathering is concerned, and like I said, this is for novice wet shaver. This is what I use to float the water. This is 1 teaspoon. So that's all I use, and I float it on the puck just like that. And you can see how it turns white. As far as the brush is concerned, and we are using an Artisan 2.1 or 2.0 in Tortoise with the High Mountain Manchurian White Badger. So I've been soaking it in a mug. This is just out of it. That's it. I squeeze out the excess water. I'll take this, pour it in here. Now, this is a face lather, but it can work for bowl lathering as well, because you're just loading the soap. You may want to load it a little heavier for a bowl, because the thing I think I see happening with his shave is that he's overhydrating, and that could be the case. So I don't know how many seconds it's been, but that's all you need, and that's a nice proto lather to get started for the shave. I will say one thing about Dave's production company. You may have seen her yesterday. She's the one that came in and offered me the flower. She's hot. I mean, she's really hot. So that's one thing I'll give for Dave, is that they knew what they were doing. They were just a little weird, but other than that, they did okay. Now, this is 1 day shave on my face and 2 day shave on my mustache and goatee, because I had to take that goatee off. So as you can see, Mr. Novice Wet Shaver, this is just the beginning. Well, you can see there's plenty of creamy lather, and it must be noted that, you know, if you live in an area with I've got very, very hard water, and traditionally hard water is the hardest to get lathered. So at this point, the lather's not ready yet. It's very sticky, creamy, but not slick enough. So what I'll do is I'll either dip the tips, or when I'm shaving with a straight razor, I'll just get a little bit of water in my hand and just drip it over the brush, and then incorporate that into the lather. Now, you will spray lather everywhere, more than likely. You may not, but I do. And what you're looking for is, and this goes for anybody that is new to Saponificio Veracino, you want to look for kind of a shiny, smooth lather. And a good indicator on how to get that to happen is when there's literally hardly any sound as you're doing your paintbrush strokes, or very, very muted. And that's pretty much it. You can see it's a very creamy, nice, relatively thick lather. And the razor we're going to be using today, as I said, we're 100% Saponificio Veracino today. We are using our Koraat SV Leonardo da Vinci in 6/8, and that's been stropped 40 and 80 today. There is a new razor out by SV. This is the Galileo Galilei. The new version is made by Thayers. Unfortunately, due to COVID, Koraat and Ulrich were just inundated. And so Thayers Izzard's manufacturing can handle the large quantity. And for those of you that are worried about quality, I think that Alessandro will make sure that things are in good order. And I think they're available on the website as we speak. And don't forget, for those of you that are planning on playing in the bingo game, that there's only about a week left. This will be a live game on Zoom. And complete rules, eligibility, and all that good stuff are on the TSC website, which is www.theshavingcadre.com. We'd love to have you. So back to novice wet shaver. If you notice, I have not added any water. Really no need to. Just the water, the residual water that's on my face. And it is a little bit thinner, but you kind of want that for your next pass on your straight shave, whichever that may be, or for even for your DE as well. For those of you that asked about this little flannel square, this was actually a trick that I learned from Dr. Matt right here in Arizona. His daughter was making these little flannel things, and this one's mine, but that I made out of an old flannel shirt. But that's all you really need, and it just lines out where you need to shave. And the benefit of that is, you know, depending on the razor you're using, it gives you kind of a roadmap where not to go, especially if you have moles on your face that you want to avoid. Now, what else is going on? One of my business partners at the shaving cadre had invited me to do the Bourbon Heritage Month, which is 31 bourbons or 30 bourbons, whatever, how many days there are in September, and tasting each bourbon. And it's been a very interesting experience. Some of the bourbons have been tremendous. And some of them have been horrid. It'll be nice because that way you know what to buy and what not to buy. So it's been a lot of fun as well. Tons of stuff going on the cadre as well, including the Rudolph gift exchange. This is probably one of the most popular events that we have on the forum, where you sign up if you're eligible, and you can find all that out on the shaving cadre. But you can you get partnered with somebody, and then you kind of stalk them to see what they want for Christmas. And it's always been just a wonderful. We set a limit as far as cash, so those of you that can't afford a ton, but most people go way over, and they have a lot of neat personal items, and it's just a lot of fun. Good camaraderie all the way around. Also, most of you know that I'm a brand ambassador for Semplificio Veracino. There's a lot of new stuff on the US website, and then of course there's some stuff on the Italian website as well. So we hope you'll check out Semplificio Veracino as well. They are a artisan retailer on the shaving cadre, and we've got just some of the best, between them and Sterling and Lisa's and Mystic Water and Knothead Brushworks, and I'm probably going to miss somebody in Frank with Ethos. Just a wonderful, wonderful group of retailers. And if you're members, please support them. CBL Soaps, one of the finest soap makers. Just all kinds of neat stuff over there. I probably missed one, and if I missed one, I apologize, but know that we really appreciate having you guys. Straight shaves can be a little bit boring to watch, but you can't really do a whole heck of a lot of talking. Hey, look, I look like Nurse Dave. Also, there's another thread on the forum that's kind of funny right now. It's called, "What is your signature shaving move?" And I'll show you mine in a minute. Wow, great shave. A little bit in the neckle area. And so they were asking about the signature shave moves, and I'm sure other guys do it, at least this first part, which is buffing with a straight razor. And then, believe it or not, what helps, in my opinion, is what's flat blading. So instead of coming down at an angle, I'm actually coming across at a completely flat angle. I call it flat blading. And then I do the reverse on the other side. When coming up, and I come up from an angle, flatten the blade out, and then flip it out. And that seems to get every last whisker. So again, just to recap, we use the Sapota Cubebe 6/8 limited edition Leonardo da Vinci for the razor. Going to be using Proraso Alum. And even though I still have some of the cucumber Thayers, decided to break out the Thayers Lavender. So it fits with the Cubebe really, really well. And it's really nice. It's really, really nice. So again, Thayers Lavender. And then we'll clean off a brush while that dries down. So hopefully at Novice Wet Shaver, that helps you a little bit as far as that. And actually for anybody who's having issues with Sapota Cubebe, that should help you. Even if you are a bowl latherer, you can use the same basic principle. Just I would load a little heavier to ensure that you have enough soap in the brush. But I don't know, but it's a very quick load. And and hydration is the key to Sapota Cubebe, I think. But their 4.3 versions are just awesome. And also understand that a sample, if you only have samples, a sample is going to load completely different than a full puck. We also used the Sapota Cubebe 2.0 in Tortoise. The Cubebe 4.3 shave soap. And then, of course, the Cubebe Aftershave. Now, always make sure you shake these aftershaves up with, because it's all a natural-based plant alcohol. And you only need about 4 or 5 drops, and just rub it into the skin. wonderful, spicy Italian scent. And then for our talc today, we'll be using our big tub of Proraso, which is rosemary and mint and I don't know, some other stuff, I think. And for the EDP, we'll be using the Cubebe EDP as well. And that's it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this straight shave with Barber Dave on a Monday morning. If you liked it, please make sure you hit on the subscribe button for more content, as well as everything Cadre, www.theshavingcadre.com. We'd love to have you. Also, ring the bell for notifications if you like these videos and stuff like that. So that's it. We appreciate it. Once again, thank you for joining us for the Straight Shave with Barber Dave, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. Have a good one.